Welcome to the Believe Podcast Network SoCal Sweat. My name is McDaniels, a former NFL cheerleader and product manager turned actress and model who dreams of being a UFC fighter. Meow. Learning strategies to help motivate others leads me to bring you interviews each week from a range of athletes, experts in fitness and nutrition, and so much more. Thanks for listening to Believe, the #1 podcast for working professionals, and let's push our endorphins to higher performance through SoCal Sweat. This is your host, Ann McDaniels, and thank you for joining me on another episode of SoCal Sweat. Today, we're going to be talking about shedding those post-pandemic pounds. You are not at fault. No one is at fault. And what was the popular saying? You either become a hunk, a chunk, or a drunk. And these are basically true. Quarantine and the pandemic were an absolute roller coaster for so many. Americans gained an average of a half a pound every 10 days. That equals up to 20 pounds in a year. And the 4 reasons were such that it became from stress, unhealthy eating, less exercise, and high alcohol consumption. Everything was a Zoom party. Everything was an event. If someone's cousin lost their tooth, we would bake a cake. If someone had maybe a great meeting that day, well, let's order in Chinese and Thai for dinner. It was comfort food. People were stressed, people were scared, and this is what we go to. They are coping mechanisms, and they are really, truly delicious. Whether it be eating or alcohol, maybe you don't want to go to the gym, maybe you're scared, and a whole lot of stress. So these 4 reasons really added to the weight gain in America. This past weekend was our first official holiday without masks, Memorial Day weekend. So many people messaged me and said, can we please do a podcast on how to lose this weight, the pandemic weight? Because one girl said she wore a bikini and she would not take off her sarong. But you know, it all comes from confidence, and we all did it, so let's just give ourselves a little bit of a break. And it is in fact very difficult to go from isolation and eating and comfort foods to all of a sudden being in the summer, taking off the masks and having parties everywhere. And then trying to be disciplined, I mean, good luck. Will Smith himself took a selfie and talked about the dad bod and how much weight he's gained during the pandemic. And so many men followed. So let's take his lead. And as long as we're motivated, let's look at some things to easily shed. And when I say easily, I don't mean that lightly, of course. It's very hard to get disciplined sometimes, especially after coming out of that long, long time of comfort foods. But the sunshine and all the vacations and the fun that we're gonna have, and let's feel good about ourselves. And it's not just about image, of course, but you do feel healthier and more energetic when you're in better shape and have less weight to carry. In this episode, I'm going to break down diet programs that you can pay for, or if you're so motivated yourself, I'm going to talk about a 1-day detox where you can just kind of detox your body in 1 day and start fresh. This is not a juice cleanse. This is simply cutting out certain foods, decreasing the bloat, and starting over in the regimen that you may or may not have had before. But otherwise, here are some programs that you can look into that you can pay for, and you really need to compare and contrast. So first of all, let's talk about the diet programs. And before going into any program, really think about your long-term health, not just your short-term health. Because some of these diet tricks and fads, you're literally just losing water weight. It's a short-term quickie, but is it sustainable? If someone says you can't eat carbs, are you really gonna not touch a carb for the rest of your life? So really think about yourself. You need to know who you are. How do you like to diet? How do you like to have a regimen? And again, don't think of it as a diet. Think of it as your lifestyle. Do you like to have a regimen? Do you like to have 3 meals with 2 snacks? Or do you like a broad array that you can prepare yourself? And always beware of paying for supplements or weight loss pills and diuretics. And again, on that, you're only going to lose water weight. And also, how do you know if it's going to affect your heart in a negative way? If you are going to do any kind of a supplement or some type of vitamin that a pyramid scheme company or network marketing agency suggests, please do consult with your doctor, because some of these can actually be dangerous if not taken the right way. and some of these people are not really tracked as far as how legally they're doing this. Customized health plans such as Noom, Medifast, and WW International, formerly known as Weight Watchers, have seen skyrocketing sales coming into the summer. Noom, it's already received 4 million downloads. Their plan includes meals and everything on an app. Medifast, they saw 1.4 billion in sales, which is doubled what they made in 2019. Medifast offers a coach and meal replacement plan called Optiva. And WW International had a 16% jump in digital downloads. If you were to consider a program, really look at your budget, and it's all about calorie control and portion control. These are very costly as well. They're not cheap. So really consider all the factors when picking a plan. And it's really just a reset. It's all about 80% food and 20% exercise. And if it's something that you can do, really think about sustainability and how long can you keep it up. Think long-term health. Think of the bottom line cost when you choose the program. What is it included for long-term planning? Some give you a price per day. Some give you a price per month. Some offer a counselor or dietitian. Do you get a full meal plan delivered? Do you receive recipes? Can you cut out carbs? Can you cut out meat? Does it include other types of perks like gym memberships? And also, is there a trial deal where you can just try it for a little bit, and if it works, you buy it, or if it doesn't work, you can get a refund? Really ask all of those questions. And the starting plans per month are as follows. For Jenny Craig, it's $363.72. Nutrisystem is $259, Noom is $59, and WW International, formerly known as Weight Watchers, is $21.95. And shipping and taxes are not included. But really think about who you are as a person when it comes to any kind of a regimen. Do you need somebody to sort of be your coach and counselor and cheer you on? A lot of people do. And a lot of programs have become very successful in the fact that they offer coaches and counselors. Some people are just very independent learners, and they can really discipline themselves on their own, and they don't need someone to be in their corner. So really consider what programs have counselors and what don't. Also, are you actually going to follow those recipes? Are you going to cook everything yourself and stay on a regimen? Or would you rather pay the extra money and have the meals delivered to you in proper portion control, proper caloric content, showing all the macros with a better way to keep track? Think about all of those things before purchasing a program so that you don't lose money. If you're an independent and you want to go back to the regimen that you had before the pandemic, I just want to offer you a one-day detox that you can re-energize, decrease the bloat, and just start fresh and go back to that regimen that you had before the pandemic. It's a 24-hour detox that has nothing to do with a juice detox. It's designed for one day, and it's great in 24 hours, but you can certainly go longer if you'd like. It involves 30 minutes of exercise per day. Anything that you want. You can walk, you can dance, you can march in place. You can just walk back and forth in your house. You drink 2 cups of water before each meal. You nix all the starchy carbs for one day to reset. One day with no bread, no potatoes, pasta, nor rice. And this should all keep you full and energized, unlike a juice cleanse. So I'll break down this one-day detox to make you feel better, decrease the bloat, and get renewed energy going forward. Now, detox plans can sometimes be taken out of context. Some of the advertising for some of these companies, such as juices or teas, they'll make you believe that a detox is immediately your stomach goes from bulging to a 6-pack that you can put on Instagram and TikTok. That's not the case. It does release toxins and bloat, but it's certainly not going to just change your body right away. And please beware of false advertising. With this one-day detox plan comes from nutritionist Joy Bauer. She talks all about the 4 rules of how to reset. It's just a simple reset. You can follow a scientifically sound, effective meal plan that will help you reset your mind and body. This will also help you debloat and jumpstart to a healthier lifestyle, or going back to how you were before the pandemic. This one-day detox plan is specifically designed to do just those things. It will leave you feeling leaner and more energized in no time flat. So again, the 3 rules are: wake up and exercise. Sometimes it's the last thing you want to do when you're not feeling great and you're tired. But exercise, especially cardio, think about walking, jogging, dancing, swimming, biking, dancing in place, marching in place, just going up and down your stairs, maybe walking around your apartment or your home. Something to get your blood flowing and moving. This is the best way to hit that reset button after a day of splurging or after a whole pandemic of splurging. So wake up and take about a 30 to 45 minute brisk walk, hit the gym or dive into the pool, and you'll start sweating, release mood-boosting endorphins, and according to the study at the University of Michigan, it can prevent inflammation and abnormal glucose responses that can occur when people overeat. And what is the best news? You'll now be in the right frame of mind to make a healthy choice and more healthy food choices during the rest of your day. Don't you feel great? Sometimes you hit that alarm and you actually don't hit snooze. You get up and you start to have a productive day, and it just makes you feel better. So by the time you go to bed at night, you feel much more accomplished. And because of that, it just sets that discipline and disciplinary action for the day. I know that when I get up early, I certainly want to go back to bed. The dreams were wonderful. My bed is glorious. I don't want to get up, but I make myself. And once I'm up, I'm up. Sometimes do I want to crawl back in? Absolutely. But once you're up, you just feel better. And if you can get any type of exercise in, you just feel great for the rest of the day. And I can guarantee you are more productive. The second rule of the one-day detox is drink plenty of water. Sometimes this is not easy because you're constantly having to run to the bathroom. But you know what? Look at it this way. You're adding extra steps to your day. And proper hydration is very essential, but it's definitely even more important after a day of indulgence, a weekend of Memorial Day weekend indulgence, and or the pandemic of sloth indulgence. True sloth, one of the 7 deadly sins. Just drink a ton of hydrating water will help flush excess salt and fluid out of your system. It aids in digestion and can deflate the puffiness that is caused by the food that you ate to oblivion during the Memorial Day weekend or the pandemic. It becomes an extravaganza, and sometimes people get constipated or have diarrhea. With this added water, will really cleanse your body and get rid of all of that. And plus, if you're regretting the last cocktail or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 from the previous night or weekend, rehydrating your body with this water will help you recover from a hangover a lot faster. And start your morning before your coffee or before your latte, before your tea, with 2 8-ounce cups. And that's not always easy to do, but it's really great for your system. And drink another 8 cups throughout the remainder of the day. That would be a total of 10 cups or 80 ounces. Think about a Starbucks cup. I usually get the Trenta, which is 30 ounces. The Venti is also popular. That is 20 ounces. That would be a Venti times 4. That is how much water you should be drinking during the day. And feel free to also sip additional unsweetened coffee and tea. Now, also a little tip here is I always add apple cider vinegar to my water. And sometimes you can do it with seltzer water and it almost becomes like a kombucha, if you will. And that'll also put the probiotics in and get you cleansed for the day, just a little added extra. And it doesn't taste the greatest. For me, I don't mind. I love apple cider vinegar and vinegar. I could drink it because I was raised on an Eastern European diet, and vinegar is added to so many things. But if you add that apple cider vinegar to your water, or just shoot it plain, or put it in seltzer, it's a really good cleanse, added probiotic, and it will certainly clean you out, especially if you are getting on flights again and starting to travel. Sometimes travel can really bind you up because it's very dehydrating on those planes, and adding apple cider vinegar to your regimen while you travel, I can guarantee it will help you greatly, because being constipated is not fun for anyone, and it really slows you down and takes away your energy in case you want to exercise, in addition to making you feel very bloated. The final rule of this one-day detox is omitting the starchy carbs like bread, rice, pasta, and potatoes. Now, this is only for one day, unless you choose to omit that in the long term. Cutting out the starchy carbs of bread, rice, pasta, and potatoes will immediately drive down your caloric content and force you to focus on nutrient-rich vegetables and protein. Here is a sample diet for this one-day detox menu. Breakfast: scrambled eggs with an orange. It's bursting with protein and is a healthy start to any day. Protein is essential for breakfast. It brings up your energy. When it comes to food coma recovery, egg whites are ideal because they just have 17 calories and are 4 grams of protein each. Scramble 4 egg whites with 1 egg yolk to get a nutritious boost. If you'd like, you can also mix in fiber-rich veggies like tomatoes, broccoli, or spinach. Remember, protein plus fiber is a winning combination when it comes to filling you up and keeping you feeling full for hours after the meal. There's nothing worse than eating and then you're starving like 20 minutes later. I love sushi. I could eat it and get so full, and 20 minutes later, I'm starving, ravenous. So these egg white scrambles with 1 egg yolk and vegetables, protein and fiber, keeps you fuller longer. Also, add in a whole orange, and please note, this is not orange juice. If you drink the juice, that's added sugar that you don't need, and you'll be missing out on the fiber. An orange is delicious, it's a whole food, it's juicy, and it's full of fiber. Again, that orange juice, it's just a waste. It's empty calories, it's full of sugar. Eat that orange and the egg white scramble with 1 yolk and the vegetables, and that is a solid breakfast for the one-day detox. And to that healthy and lean breakfast, go ahead and add unsweetened coffee or tea. Save the lattes for another day. On this one-day detox, keep it simple and clean, unsweetened. Hard to do, I know. I love my Splenda, which is so bad, I know. But if it's for one day, I can do it. And if I can do it, you can definitely do it. And what can you have for lunch on this one-day detox diet? How about a bloat-blasting salad? When you fill up on your veggies for lunch, and you can top off a hearty salad with lean protein, you're fuller longer, and it's full of fiber. The winning formula is strategically balanced with protein to help rev up your system and give you energy, fiber to fill you up, and potassium, plus water-rich veggies to flush out the bloat, flush out that stomach gain, making you look like you have a food belly. You can mix and match any of your favorite non-starchy vegetables for a versatile lunch. Start with a base of leafy greens, especially potassium-rich spinach. I personally love kale and anything with radicchio. Toss in fiber-rich veggies like broccoli, beets, peppers, mushrooms, carrots, onions, tomatoes, avocado. Anything goes. Anything. Just add the rainbow, add as much as you want. And for a bonus, add in hydrating cucumbers. Those are full of water and fill you up faster. And then you go ahead and pile on the protein. Really pay attention to what kind of protein you choose. Choose chicken, turkey, fish, or if you're vegan, black beans, chickpeas, edamame, or lentils. And this is very important. The dressing. Dressing is delicious. But on this one-day detox, get a really low-calorie dressing or make your own. Simply dress it with 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and 2 tablespoons of vinegar or lemon and lime juice. Mix it all up, put it in a mister, and put it all together. It's a delicious salad. And add any type of spice you want. I douse mine with pepper and turmeric and cumin. Just add flavor. If you don't have the flavor, you're not going to stick to it. So that's just a winning formula for a bloat-busting salad. Now, what if you do get hungry? What about an afternoon snack? What can you do on this one-day detox diet? And again, remember, the combination of healthy fat, protein, and fiber helps you to stabilize the blood sugar and enables you to have energy through the day and through that 3 p.m. slump where, let's face it, we want to go to Starbucks and get high sugars and pastries to keep us going. Instead, choose from almonds, peanuts, walnuts, or pistachios. If you don't like apples, any other fruit for a great chew factor is perfect. Choose some type of fruit and nut that keeps you satiated. And with the fruits, the longer it takes to eat, the more fun it'll be, and then you're not going to be craving right away. But Joy's recommendation is an apple with a handful of nuts. But choose any fruit that you'd like. Now, how about dinner on the one-day detox plan? This is 6 to 8 ounces of fish or skinless chicken with 2 cups of vegetables. Seasonings like garlic, onion, and pepper are welcome, but really do avoid the extra oil, cheese, cream sauce, and salt. All those are delicious. Save them for another day. On this one-day detox plan, keep it simple, keep it clean. Garlic, onion, and pepper. It all comes together in 30 minutes if you do a sheet pan dinner with chicken, and I will add that to the notes. You can add any variety of non-starchy vegetables and enjoy. Plus, the seasoning works really well with a variety of proteins, so you can swap in salmon, lean pork tenderloin, or even tofu if you're vegan. And if you're looking to switch things up on that dinner, if you love salmon, I will add a 5-minute lemon rosemary salmon, and it all comes together in an Instant Pot. She also suggests a 1-sheet Mediterranean shrimp with charred vegetables. It's delicious and a cinch to prepare. They're both flavorful, light on calories, nutrient-dense, and loaded with protein and fiber to keep you feeling full and satiated. Go ahead and dig in and enjoy. And guys, you can do this for one day only. And then you can reset, be energetic, decrease that bloat, and start fresh. Or you can choose one of the diet plans that work for people, in our environment, such as keto or vegan or paleo or, a pescatarian diet. Or if you're not feeling that disciplined and you want to pay for a program, look at some of the ones I mentioned, like Noom, WWE International, or not WWE International, that is Worldwide Wrestling, WWE International, formerly known as Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. Any of these systems can help you, and there's no shame in it. We've all done it. We all became either a hunk, a chunk, or a drunk. Hopefully, most of you became a hunk, but it was a tough time. But I do feel like we've all had sort of a renewed vision on life. We're getting out in the sun, we're taking off our masks, we're going on vacations, we're spending time with family, just getting out in the sun and not being worried. But do research yourself if you feel so inclined. And hopefully that one-day detox plan will really help you. But again, keep it simple. Add 30 to 45 minutes of exercise per day, drink plenty of water, and stick to non-starchy carbs and high vegetable content. Stay away from potatoes, rice, pasta, and breads. That includes the whole grain breads. But it's just for one day. You can do it. So cheers to you with apple cider vinegar and water and 30 minutes of exercise. I encourage you to energize and just look at this renewed post-pandemic and becoming your superhero self again. Thanks so much for joining me on another episode of SoCal Sweat, and I will see you again soon. We appreciate you for listening, and please subscribe and rate the show on iTunes. You can also listen on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Luminary Tuned In, or at Believe.com. You can reach out to me for any questions or topics you'd like covered on the show at Ann McDaniels or at Ann McDaniels Actress. And I'll see you next time on SoCal Sweat.